everyone. We're back with our coffee chat. I'm loving these calls, and I always am very excited to be on them and share a little bit about It Works. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Caity. I've been with the company now 2.5 years. Can't believe how fast the time has gone by. I guess a little bit of my background of how I got started. I was struggling a lot with my finances and also my health. I was a full-time college student and also working full-time in retail management. And I was just so burnt out and gaining weight like crazy because of my health issues. And my mom, Kim Haber, actually called me up and just told me about this crazy wrap thing and a little bit about the company. And she is a direct sales queen, and I've never done anything like this before. So I was a little skeptical, a little nervous, but I trusted my mom. She's a great person, and I was like, you know what? If she says it works, then I'm going to at least try it and support her. Wasn't really looking for a business for myself. Got phenomenal results with my first wrap. Overnight, my belly just looked completely different, and I was sold. I knew I wanted to get on the product, so I really just joined just to make enough money to make the extra income to try the product for myself, and I was able to retire from my full-time job. I now am full-time with It Works, and we've been able to move out, and it's just been such a blessing. So that's just a little bit about my background story. And Catherine McDonald has become one of my best friends in It Works through these calls, and she's just an amazing leader. So, Catherine, you want to just introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I never fail to, even though we've changed our clock to 9 o'clock at night, I still have my cup of coffee. I have to do it. But, yes, I'm Catherine McDonald, and I live in Allegan, Michigan, which is a pretty small town in the southern part of Michigan. And I got started with It Works 2 years ago. We just had our 2-year anniversary on Sunday, and it's been really interesting to just look back over the past 2 years and really have no idea where we anticipated for this to go, because when I met with Cammie Dempsey 2 years ago, I had no intention of joining this business. And I really was just looking for the greens, and I was looking for some advice from Cammie on how she was being successful in her business, because I was with another direct sales company and just wasn't doing as well as I thought I could be doing. But I was very drawn to our greens and our fat fighter because of some health issues. And so when I sat down with Cammie, this kind of reminds me of Shelley's story, the way she went after Cammie. But when I called her up, I just was kind of like, hey, can we sit down and chat, because I can tell you're doing pretty good, and I would like some advice. And the advice that I got from Cammie was not what I expected, because what I learned was that direct sales and multi-level marketing are two totally different animals, and I was just in the wrong kind of business for my family and for what we were wanting to get out of it. And so here we are now 2 years later, and we're building to the double diamond level, which is where you are right now, Caity. And and we're just going for it, and every day we do what we can. And it's awesome, because I've been out with my daughter tonight buying T-shirts and puffy paints to do homecoming T-shirts, and I got to work today from the coffee shop and meet with a couple people, and I can just do this whenever we want, and I'm not stuck to having parties at night. I can come and just schedule a one-on-one with somebody, tell them to invite a couple friends. It's just the flexibility has been way more than we anticipated. So I feel extremely blessed that we've been at it for 2 years, and here we are now doing this super fun call every week.
I love hearing your story. It's awesome. I'm so excited. So do you want to introduce our guest? Because I have met Shelley a couple times through my mom just in passing at events, but I feel like you probably can introduce her a little better.
I am so excited to have you on our call, Shelley. I've been trying to help you find a free spot in your schedule for a few weeks now. But I was so blessed to meet Shelley. Shelley, it was almost 2 years ago we met.
Yeah.
And it was because we were kind of told we were going to carpool together someplace. And we didn't know each other at all. And so we met in a gas station parking lot and carpooled to Chicago together. And we just had the best time, didn't we?
Oh, boy. So the best time.
Oh, my goodness. We just, like, for two people who did not know each other from anybody else, like, we just chit-chatted all the way to Chicago and all the way home. And there were some great life-changing things that happened in between. But I love that every single time I go to an event, I can always, get a pat on the back from Shelley, and I always know she's going to give me a big bear hug and just keep pushing me to just keep doing what we're doing, because she sees what's ahead for us. And I just love that God has placed cheerleaders in my life who already have been through some of the things that I'm working through now, and now they get to just be that extra motivation to keep me going down this path, because, so I'm so excited, Shelley. I feel like I'm rambling because I'm so excited.
That's good. I'm excited.
Shelley, you just got to what was that?
I said I hate putting you off. Like, I've been like,
oh, no. But we just want to know, there's probably people on here who are visitors. There's probably people on here who are brand new distributors, that type of thing. So we just want you to share your story, what brought you to it work. And then, I'm sure Caity and I will both have some questions with you after that.
Okay, awesome. Well, I want to thank you all for inviting me through the call. And Catherine is not just a networks friend. She is a true friend, and I just idolize her because of what she has helped me with and bringing Christ into my life even more. So I thank you for that.
Absolutely.
So just a little bit about myself. Real quick, I joined the business 5 years ago. I was not looking for anything like this. I was already very content in another in-home business and very successful. I loved what I did. I was earning tons of trips, traveling around the world, and I never thought I would leave, because I am one of these people. I'm almost 50, and when I'm comfortable in something, I do not like change. So when I was soliciting on Facebook, I happened to solicit Cammie Dempsey, and she ended up being a better recruiter than me, which I was not happy about. But I thank the Lord every day. I was just looking for other people to join my other business, and my business wasn't a network marketing company. Mine was an in-home party business, and there really, truly is two different things. So the one thing that she got that kind of got me very interested is when she said to me, "What if you couldn't do parties?" And I have an attitude, because I didn't know this lady from Adam, and I said, "I will always do parties." And she says, "No." She said, because I have to back up too, I was doing about 25 parties a month with my other business. And so I was gone a lot at night. I was gone a lot on the weekends, and didn't have a whole lot of life at home because I was constantly out and about doing that. It did retire me from my full-time job, but we still didn't have a lot of extra. And so when she said that to me, and she said, "No, Shelley, what if you couldn't go do parties?" And that's what really woke me up. She goes, "What kind of income would you have?" And I sat there and just thought about it for a minute, because I didn't really understand what residual. Even though I was with this company for 10 years, I still did not understand about residual, because they didn't talk about it a lot, because there wasn't really a lot there, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. In an in-home party business, you usually have a quota. And my quota every month, because every level I went up, it was higher. And so I hope this helps you guys recruit some party plan person, because I was having to order $3,500 every month in order to get paid on my downline. And
that's
so
how much, Shelley, I just want to be clear, that's how much you personally invested in your business?
Well, I had
or how much
in product. We carried a lot of inventory. I had about $30,000 in inventory. And that you weren't required to do that, but the more you carried, the more money you made.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, so that is kind of like, that's what I had to do in order to get paid on my downline. I still could make commission off all my product. So long story short, when she said that to me, I just sat there and I said, oh, my gosh, I wouldn't have an income. And she says, what do you mean? You built this business for 10 years. And so that's what hit me like a ton of bricks, that I have been doing something for 10 years. I've invested myself for 10 years, and I really wouldn't have anything after that. I didn't make enough money to put in a retirement. So long story short, that's when I started listening, and that's when I asked Cammie the magical question of how much money do you make? And she told me she was making $30,000 a month, and I was like, whatever, lady, there's no way.
You're lying to me.
And so I told her, I was very blunt, and I just said, if you can prove it to me, then I would join your business. And she said, okay. So she came to a party and did a party. She goes, you get people together. Sure enough, she was making that kind of money. And that's where we went from there. And it took me a while to get started with this because my heart wasn't in it. But fast forward, at the end of 6 months, I said I was going to give this business 6 months. And at the end of 6 months, I couldn't quit because I didn't, and my heart wasn't in it at 6 months. But I really didn't give it 6 months. Like I wasn't working it. I was still involved in my other business. So I said, okay, I got to give it another 6 months. And thank goodness I did. So that's when my business started to explode. I ended up getting fired from the other business, and I knew I just had to make this work because I didn't really have any other option, and I did not want to go get a JOB. So I worked for myself for quite a while, and I didn't want to go back to that. So long story short, we have fast-forwarded. We lived in a debt life. We had a lot of debts. We had a lot of toys. We had a lot of things, but we also had all that debt to go along with it. When we went on vacations, we had to, put it on a credit card. We didn't have the money sitting in the bank for that. We didn't have a savings account. Now with It Works, we have our first home paid off. We have a second home on the water that's not quite paid off, but it will be in the next year. And we just bought it 2.5 years ago. Awesome. And we live a debt-free life. When we buy a new car, we usually have it paid off within 5 months. And so this is true. This is real, you guys. And I am telling you that I never believed that I could make more than a couple $1,000s. Even though Cammie was doing it, I really didn't see myself could possibly make that kind of money. I come from a background of, yes, I love sales. I think it's great, and I love doing what I did, but I didn't ever make stupid money, and I call It Works stupid money because you have the opportunity to do whatever you want with this business if you get out and do it. And that's my main message. It's all a if. If you get out and do it, it's up to you. Nobody else is going to have the control of your business but you. And I worked my tail off. I did not get to an ambassador diamond without working my tail off, without believing in other people. When you first sign up for this business, it's all about you. It's all about what can this business do for me. If you could have the mindset, if I could turn back in time and go back and start all over and just have the mindset of helping other people at the very beginning of my business, I can't imagine where I would be today. So that's my biggest words of advice, is having the mindset, leave you out of it, knowing that if you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want in return. And that's truly what this whole business, whole culture of our company is just giving, getting it out there. You have something so special in your hands that you are crazy to not share this. It's our obligation to share it because we're changing lives every single day with these products. And look at the lives we're changing with this opportunity. So, I mean, you got the number one thing right in front of you. You think that you need to go out and do something else, or you think something greener on the other side, I can promise you it's not. If this business isn't working for you or you're not making enough money, you are just not getting out enough. This is all about building relationships, and it's all about belly to belly. If you think you can run your whole business behind the computer, and some people can, but not many, you have to build relationships with this business in order to get them to stay. I still have the first 5 people that came into my business. I still have them today. And that doesn't happen very often. And so that's exciting, and that's special. And so I would say invest into your people that you already have. If you're getting in, don't be afraid to share the opportunity. Share it with everybody. I just posted on my group the 10 tips for a new distributor. And it's amazing. I learned it down on Sunday, and it's things that we all have known and things that we've done in the past, but then we lose track of those, following those exact 10 tips. And so I think that's pretty exciting. So I can share that with you, Catherine, and if you don't have it, and then you can share it on your group so we don't have to go sit down and go through. Yeah, so we don't have to go through it all. But I just thought that was powerful. The next words of advice, I guess, is what I want to say, is that you have to believe. You have to trust that this company is going to bigger places. Mark Pentecost is the owner of this company. I've watched him since day one. And I will tell you that and I got to know Mark very closely at the very beginning because I had a team that was just blowing out numbers that nothing happened. Nothing like this team happened in It Works yet until this one team blew up, and that was my Toledo team. So I really had a lot of attention from Mark and Pam. And so to watch him put out his goals and his dreams right in front of everybody, I watched them happen year after year after year. There was never not one thing that he put out there that he did not succeed at. And the number one thing that it comes behind is his heart. He runs this business with heart and not greed, and he cares about his people. There's no other company. You can go research every company out there. There's not another company that puts back 52% into your pocket. They might give you 50% of the product, but they don't put back 52% into your pocket in residual income. Believe me, I've done a lot of companies. And most of them were in-home businesses, and so in-home party businesses, I guess I want to say. So he has our back. He's not going to go build multi-million-dollar office and think that this business isn't going to last for another year or 2 years. He's looking for the plan of the next 15 to 30 years is what he's looking at right now. That's his projections that he's putting in front of his people. And no company projects out what are they going to do. They usually project out 3 to 5 years. This company is projecting 15 to 30 because they know what's going to happen with this. You guys, I think we are at I know the last time I heard it was 70,000, but I do know that's got to be more now as far as distributors. You think about Mary Kay. Look how long they've been around. Look at what they've done with that company. Amazing things. A lot of successful women. And look at where It Works is at. Maybe 100,000 distributors, maybe globally. You got to really think about it.
And the percentage of those people working the business, Shelley, just for those of us who are choosing to really put forth the effort, the kind of effort that you're talking about, of going out, doing the belly-to-belly, everyday work, there's maybe 10,000? Is that what we found with these contests that are really super active building?
Yeah.
So that gives us a lot of room to still expand, because we just know that there's some people who do join a business like ours and just don't take that first step.
Yeah.
So I just think that's amazing.
I think it's truly, we've only hit 1% of the world. Like, seriously. I mean, this is exciting. We have something big. So I want you to understand that first and foremost is that you have your hands on a gold mine. Okay? It's up to you to dig it up. It's up to you to find it, to find that gold. So you just need to go out and look for 1 or 2 more people. I love the new Just One. I absolutely love that. I don't even preach that whole steps to success anymore. I do fall back on it, but it's all about just one. It's just go get one, and then just go get one more, because that's truly what is going to make your business thrive. So I'm excited. It's so exciting of what we have to offer. I come from a place of being a very young mom and no education behind me, and I just had to work hard all my life. Like, I had to work hard in order to feed my babies. And a broken marriage, that because it was so young getting married. And so, you look at the things that you've been through or you have not been through, but it doesn't, I don't know how to say it. It just gives you more, like, this business gives you hope. This business, you got to share this with everybody, because how many other people need hope in dreaming? Many people don't dream anymore because they can't. They just can't. So I'm excited of what this company is doing. Yes, it's a roller coaster. You have a lot of ups and downs. You got to learn when you're having your downs, whether your check goes down or you lose a distributor or your distributor doesn't like you. Those things are going to happen. But you got to know to lift it up to the sky, put it in God's hands, and know that he's going to handle it, and just keep looking for that one more. And that is something I didn't have when I come into my business and got into this business, and now I do have that, and it's so much easier. It's so much easier when you can put it into his hands to handle. So anyway, so I'm just super excited. I thank you guys so much for inviting me, because I love being on calls and I love inspiring people. And, was I in another business, and I did bring people do. And I just got out there and built relationships. And I just work with my people. I just got off a conference call with one of my distributors that's way down in my levels, but she needed help. She needed to reach out. And so that's just what we do. If you have that heart to give to other people, then you will make it in this business.
Caity, did you have any questions for Shelley? I know you're chomping at the bit.
I'm like, I wish I had a notebook and I wasn't in the car right now.
Good thing we're recording it.
Yes, I just, honestly, Shelley, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't even know if I can ask a question, because I'm just so blown away by your heart. It's so obvious that you have that servant's heart, and it's just, that's what it's all about.
Yes. Yep. Is this Kim Haber's daughter?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Isn't that awesome?
That's exciting. If you only knew what your mother has done for me. Yeah.
Oh.
Big stuff. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, any other questions?
Probably the only thing that I'm going to ask you, because I know that this is something that you're very strong at, because I've been with you when you've done it, is when you are just in a public place doing your normal daily routines, and you're out, talking to people, getting groceries, what is your approach for, we call it blitzing. I think some people are intimidated with this, like blitzing umbrella, like that we have to, be like intensely blitzing all the time. And what is your advice for just making it routine, making that conversation just a normal thing that we do every single day when we're just living life?
Okay. So when I'm getting ready out to walk out that door, and I'm going to do errands, doctor office, whatever it might be, I check myself at the door. And I just kind of look and go, all right, do I got my saran wrap? Do I have my wraps? Do I have loyal customer and distributor forms? And do I have a party pad? Plain and simple. I just look and see if I have all that in my purse, because that's what I carry in my purse. I always make sure I have a knit work shirt on. I never go to town usually without a knit work shirt. And if I don't wear a knit work shirt, I always have my It Works purse. Okay? So big words of advice is just be a product of your product and be a brand of your brand. So advertise. Be a walking advertisement. So I don't, very rarely do I ever intentionally go blitzing. Like, oh, today's my blitz day.
Yeah.
And I have to go out and blitz. I don't ever do that because that puts too much pressure on me. I do love to get my team together and go do that and do like the scavenger hunt. If you guys haven't seen that, find that. And that is so much fun. If you just implement that into blitzing every time you leave the house, you're going to notice that it's going to be way more fun. It takes all the stress out of your life. And people are all about helping you when you go up and go, oh, my gosh, I am in a scavenger hunt right now. I don't care if you're on your lunch break. You can be like, I'm in a scavenger hunt, and I had to come up to find 5 people that have glasses on. And I just wanted to offer you my card. Our company, this is what it is, and pause. And when you blitz, the less you say, the faster you win. Okay? That's my big rule. So I say, this is what it is. And I pause. And if they don't say anything, then I say, and this is what it does. And if they say, they might say, well, what is it? I point and I say, it's an herbal body wrap. When they ask you a question, have the rule of thumb that you're always going to answer it within 3 to 5 words. If you say more than 5 words, you lose. So if they say, what is it? It's an herbal body wrap. Well, what does it do? Flip the card. This is what it does. Tightens, tones, firms. Well, where do I get it? From me. I can wrap you right now. Make it simple. Be intentional. If they want that wrap and they don't want to wrap right now, set up an appointment right then. Don't wait to get back with them.
I like that.
Know your 2 available dates when you leave the house. You should never have to pull out a calendar out of your purse or look at your phone to see when you can squeeze them in. You should always know your next 2 available dates. All day long, look in the morning and know, because you might get on the phone with somebody and you can't find your calendar, you look like an idiot. Know your 2 available dates every day. And your goal is to fill those next 2 available dates. With an appointment, with a party, I don't care what you want to call it. I hate calling it party because so many people shy away from it, but I just love to say, get a few friends over and we'll come wrap you.
Yeah.
So be intentional about it, but also just implement it in your everyday living. When I leave, I always make sure I have the blitz cards in my front pocket, so it's easy to access. I always walk around with blitz cards in my hand versus having to dig them out of my purse when I walk up to somebody. And my next thing is I always I'm going to get their information. So I immediately say, a lot of times I have my lanyard on. I usually leave that right in the car. And so a lot of times what I will say is I'll say, here, go ahead and put your name and number in here, and I will text you a coupon in case you lose this one. Or a lot of times I'll use their lanyard to show it to them, so they're tied to me. They can't leave, and they're stuck because they're holding the coupon. Mm-hmm. And then I say, you know what, I just ran out of blitz cards, and let me text you one. Go ahead and put your information here. I'll shoot you one over so you can share it with any of your friends. Now, Sarah Savage just taught me with that. She said that instead of getting their information, what she does is she's big on Facebook. I'm not that big on Facebook, so I don't know how well this is going to work for me. But she just says, oh, you're probably on Facebook, aren't you? And they'll be like, yeah, awesome, grab your phone. And then she'll go to her Facebook and say, here, friend me. So she'll show them what it looks like. They'll friend her right then, and she'll wait. And then when she friends, she goes, I'll accept you right now. And you can watch my posts and check out my products. So what they're going to do is they're going to see a lifestyle. They're going to see what's happening. They're going to watch her. Because how many people keep stalking? Look how long you stalked Cammie, and watching and knowing what she's been doing for how long. And then you were like, okay, I got to know. I need to know about this. So I've had people finally call me 2 years later and go, okay, I've seen enough with this Camaro. What is going on? How do you, it's just whatever it is, whether it's a lifestyle or what you're getting to do with your kids, whatever it might be. So I feel like that's really a good one, too, as long as you are implementing Facebook every day.
Right.
So because people want to see
awesome.
good posts. They don't want to see you soliciting the business all day long. And they want to see your life. They want to see inspirational. They want to see, recipes. They want to see different things like that. So anyway, but that's just
great.
kind of my words of advice as far as blitzing, because it's easy. It's very easy to hand a card to somebody. The hard part is getting their information. And now if you can just take that relaxed mode and go, oh, I'm sure you're on Facebook. Friend me, I'll accept you right now while we're standing here in line.
Yeah.
Check out my website. Check out my products. Yep. So be intentional, though.
I think it's great having fun. If you're having fun with it and you're just keeping it simple and showing them, just sharing what you have, and you're just having fun, it's totally contagious. If you're having fun, somebody else might be like, oh, I want to do what she's doing. It looks easy and it's fun. So.
Yep. And if you can go in 2 or 3, that's even better. Because women want to be a part of a group. They want to do things with other women. They want to be involved. And so then they see 3 people with a shirt on and a purse, and now they're like, wait a minute, I want to do that.
I want to be a part of their group. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun. Look at them laughing over there, and, so.
True.
Yeah, so that's very true. But don't be afraid to share what you have, because I think the biggest thing is you have to, if you're new or you're thinking about this, is you just have to know that you've got your hands on something so special. The products are just changing lives. They're changing lives everywhere. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about what our products are doing.
Well, unfortunately, the time goes by so fast. Caity, do you have anything else you want to ask Shelley? I could sit here and just talk to Shelley all day. So that probably wouldn't be good. That probably wouldn't be profitable to us.
I guess maybe for our guests that might be on the call that are taking a look at us, and maybe they're just like, I don't know about this. It all sounds too good to be true, or there may be fears holding them back. What would you say to the person that's listening in that might want to look into it for doing it themselves, but still might be a little hesitant?
Well, I would say that, this got put in your life for a reason, and it's up to you to take that chance. It's up to you to see what it can do. Don't let all the negative thoughts come into your head before you even get started. Think of all the positives. I thought the same thing. It's too good to be true. There's no way people make $30,000 a month. And the cool thing about this business, compared to any other business out there, is there is way more people making $30,000 at the top of this business. There's not just 1 or 2 or 5. There's over 50 people making above $15,000, $20,000.
That's crazy.
Or wait a minute, no. There's 50 ambassadors making $500. Yeah. Okay. So over 50 people are making over $585,000 a year. That doesn't happen in a lot of companies. Usually it's just the top 2, 3 people, the ones that got in first. And what really triggers me with this company, knowing that its timing is still good. Our company has stability. We've been around for 14 years. We're debt-free. You don't have to worry about getting a paycheck. I'll never forget about telling Mark, saying, how can you continue to do these bonuses? I was at his house. We were having a big celebration. And I said, the one thing that you worry me, Mark, is that you're going to bankrupt this business because you are giving out so many bonuses. And he says, Shelley, that's one thing you don't have to worry about. I'm prepared to pay everybody $1 million a month. And this was several years ago. That gave me goosebumps up and down my spine. I still dream about it. Like, randomly I'll have that dream about the $1 million a month. But
I know, wouldn't that be a nice good bonus?
Yeah. So it's just that knowing where our people that are running this company come from, and knowing that it's not too good to be true, because there's hundreds and hundreds of us. There was over 100 people at the Dash, and the lowest paycheck was about $18,000. The top 100 in the company, the lowest paycheck was $18,000 per month. So quit thinking of all the negatives. Think of the positive. Think of what it would do for you to have an extra $300 to $500 a month. Think of what it's going to do just to have an extra $500 by Christmas. And we can't leave this call without talking about just one. Because if you sign today and you get one loyal customer and you get one distributor, your name goes into a drawing for a $20,000 giveaway. They did 20 winners last month, and they're doing 20 more this month. That's $400,000 that they just decided, you know what, we're going to give away $400,000. And the majority of the people that won that drawing, and I got to sit there in live watching that, most of them had one entry. Just one.
Amazing.
It is amazing. There were some people that had 18 entries.
Wow.
So it just takes one, you guys. Mm-hmm. And the majority of the people that won it needed it so bad. I know everybody needs it, but these people, needed it so bad.
They were God selected.
They were God selected. That whole thing. If you didn't see it live, you would have thought it was staged, literally. Mm. Because how can you have a room of 100 people that have anywhere from, 1 to 15 to 18 entries in there, each of them, and not only one person, the very last person's name got drawn, and one person out of that top 100 won. And then she turns around and gives it back because she's been blessed so much with this company. It was amazing. So, yeah. So just don't, believe that you can do it. Get the training. Get the education. Yeah. It's not hard. It's pretty darn easy business. I've ran a lot of different businesses. Easiest thing I've done, but it didn't happen without work and belief. So,
yes. And it is so easy that, all these things we're talking about getting in on these bonuses and stuff, you don't have to be at a certain level before you qualify. And that's something I've learned from other companies too, is that, yeah, they have all these bonuses or different special things to go out, but this is for anybody who signs up today. Starting right now, if somebody signs up and they know of one person who would like to start on the products and start getting healthy, and one person who would like to make some money with them, their name goes in that drawing. And it's only $99 to get started. So you pay the $99 to get started, get 4 body wraps, use them on yourself to start your own before and afters or result pictures, or sell them and get your money back. Recruit those 2 people, and your name will go in a drawing for $20,000.
It's amazing.
That simple.
Yep. So you recruit one distributor and get one loyal. That's it.
It's amazing.
Yep. So I wish you all luck. I hope you all have your entry in that drawing. And I wish you all luck, because just think about, you need to go in bed and dream about, you need to go spend $20,000. Really think about exactly where you're going to spend it, because the more you visualize having it, the closer you are to getting it. So,
Shelley, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thank you both so much. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Awesome. Well, I hope to see you all at
perfect.
Green Carpet. And don't forget the whole conference thing. If you can make it to conference, you do anything and everything in your power to get there. So
I agree. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, we better say good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Night.
On my Facebook wall, so keep an eye out for
Perfect.
that as well. Thanks,
you guys.
Caity.
Bye.
Bye.